Is a pandemic the right time to find purpose? My name is Dr. Christine Whelan, and I teach in the School of Human Ecology at the University of Wisconsin at Madison. I study purpose and meaning formation throughout the life course. Those questions of what matters most to me, why does it matter, and how do I make it happen in my life? So potentially there's no wonder that my social media feed is full of all this encouragement to take this time of national pause, to find my purpose, to figure out who I am, what I want to do with my life, and what the next chapter will bring. Hold up a second, okay? Because there is not a national pause for a lot of people. For all of the essential workers, for all the healthcare workers, folks in food service, folks who are trucking and shipping and in grocery stores and making life run for everyone else, you are doing purposeful work. This is not a time of national pause. This is a time of incredibly purposeful work for you, and thank you. For the parents of young children who are working from home, trying to juggle potentially their essential jobs with their essential childcare, this is also not a time of national pause. For you, as for me, with my young children as well, all I can say is there are going to be good days and there are going to be bad days. But let's talk about this idea of purpose, this idea that now is a time that we should all kind of take stock and look inward. First of all, I love the idea of purpose, right? I study purpose. It's incredibly important. Research has shown us time and time again that those who have a sense of purpose in life are healthier, they live longer, they have more money in their pockets, they have better relationships. So having an answer to that question of what am I doing? Why am I doing it? Why does it matter to me? Having those questions of why do I get out of bed in the morning, having an answer to those really does seem to have a major benefit in terms of people's happiness and well-being. But right now, I'd like to offer you a little bit of a different spin on purpose, because so often people define purpose as your one singular life aim. And in a time of pandemic, that freaks me out more than it helps me, I gotta tell you. So I'd like to have you consider the idea of a purpose mindset. So I define a purpose mindset as thinking about what you care about most, what your values are, and using your values to take advantage of all the strengths that you bring to the table to make a positive impact on the lives of others. So using your strengths in keeping with your values to make a positive impact on the life of others. To me, that is living with a purpose mindset. And in a time of all sorts of uncertainty, I would like to offer you a quick exercise for how to have a purpose mindset every day without trying to go any deeper than is possible to go right now. So here we go. First of all, I'd like to recommend that you get a pencil and paper, or you can use your phone and jot down some notes. The first question is, what are the values that you want to bring to this day? Let's not think any further ahead than right now, today. So what values do you want to bring into today? Think of some core values. Now, happiness isn't a value, it's a byproduct of living in keeping with your values. Values are things like responsibility and sustainability, the idea of commitment to others, or the idea of focusing on your spiritual life. Those are sort of the various different values. There are tons of them. So think about what your core values might be, the core values that you want to bring to today, and write down 3 of them. After you have 3 of those, what are the strengths that you want to use today? We all have superpowers. We are all good at something. What are your 3 strengths that you want to bring into your life right now? These could be strengths like organization, or strengths of translation and communicating with people. Now, I always think about strengths as the strengths that you want to use, not just the ones you have to use. We have many of have to kinds of strengths in our lives. I can unload the dishwasher like a champ, but I'm not going to put that on my list of strengths. Think about the strengths that you want to do, not just can do, but that you want to do. Then write down 3 of those. So once you have 3 values that you want to guide you today, 3 strengths that you want to use today, I'd like you to think of 3 groups, individual people, causes, or ideas that you really want to have a positive impact on today. All right, write 3 of those down. So you have your values, your strengths, and who you want to positively impact. And I want to take it a little bit further than just that, because I would also like you to spend a moment thinking about your fears and anxieties today. because boy, do we have fears and anxieties. For some people like me, I'm okay during the day, and then the fears and anxieties seem to come out at night. For others, this low grade sense of fear that we're just waiting for the other shoe to drop, that something bad is going to happen, is really hurting our ability to focus on much of anything else. That is okay. We are in a national pandemic, okay? Be kind to yourself. But let's actually look at some of those fears. What are you afraid of? What are the fears that come top of mind? And I might recommend doing what my wonderful mentor, Willow Harth, suggests as a modified Tom Glenn exercise with this, where you think about these feelings that you maybe don't want to feel, these anxieties, these fears, name them, and then think about the feelings that you would like to feel instead. So for example, if I'm feeling a tremendous amount of anxiety about the future, what would I like to feel? Maybe I would like to feel a sense of calm and a sense of in control and preparedness about whatever it is to come. So what I would do is I would breathe in and think about all of those anxieties that I have. Think about the anxieties about the future as I breathe in. And know, though, that it's not just my own anxieties. Those are the anxieties that people around the world share. So I'm breathing in all of my anxiety, all of my fear about the future, breathing it all in. And then with the out breath, I breathe out the feeling that I want to feel, preparedness, in control, a sense of calm about the future. And I breathe that out, not just for me, but for all those in the world who want to feel that as well. So you take a couple breaths, breathing in and out, in the anxieties, feeling those anxieties, and then out the sense of calm. And when you have those sort of anxieties that are really the ones that are bugging you today, that are really the ones that you are feeling the most, write 3 of those down. Because the final set of 3 things that I'd like you to do is to think about what commitments you can make today, taking all of that into account. So thinking about your values, thinking about the gifts you want to bring to the table today, thinking about the people you want to positively impact, and embracing the fact that there are lots of fears and anxieties right now. What do you want to do today to feel like you are on track? What do you want to do today to live out that purpose mindset? And those things don't have to be enormous. Simply helping a child with their schoolwork, calling an elderly relative, taking some time to care for yourself if you can, making a good meal. All of these things are activities that can be incredibly purposeful if they are in keeping with your values, using the strengths you want to use, and having that impact that you want to have. So I put all of this together in what I call a pandemic purpose exercise. And here's the way the pandemic purpose exercise goes. You can put it into a sentence yourself. Because I value, and then you fill in your 3 core values, I will use my gifts and strengths for, and then you fill in your gifts and strengths, to make a positive impact on the lives of, and then you put in the impact groups or the individuals that you want to positively impact. Embracing my fears and anxieties about, and then you write in those fears and anxieties that we all have right now and always. I still today make purpose-based commitments to, and then you list the things that you want to do today. If you do this in the morning, then you can really kind of set a positive intention for the day. This is about taking this idea of purpose, the pressure of purpose, taking it off of you and turning it into something that actually makes you feel good. Research repeatedly shows that breaking a daunting idea down into small steps actually can make it a pleasurable exploration of possibilities. And that's what I'm hoping for you here today. So when I call it a pandemic purpose statement, I mean it in both senses of the word. Yes, we are in a pandemic, and this is a manageable way to think about purpose, but also I would like it to spread far and wide. So I would like it to be a pandemic of purposeful empowerment for all those who need to hear this message. So please share this widely, and if you would like more information, you can go to my website at christinewhelan.com, where I will post a PDF for you to download of this pandemic purpose statement. Hang in there, guys.